Hi, Joel DeZona here. Test number 2 for the Infill Project Manager. We'll go through these 10 questions real quick and provide you with the answers that I feel are most appropriate. Number 1, ODC purchases a park in Janesville, Wisconsin. What type of foundation/footing would be required to block and level a home on at this park? Now, I went to the Janesville, Wisconsin building code website just to make sure that I got the most accurate response. They stated that a mobile home shall be a continuous 4-inch concrete single slab or an approved alternate to support the mobile home. The mobile home stand shall be provided with 6 anchors and tie downs such as cast in place concrete, deadman eyelets embedded in concrete foundations, or arrowhead anchors or other devices that would secure the home. Anchors and tie downs shall be placed at least at each corner and of the mobile home stand and at the middle of each side, and each shall be able to sustain a minimum tensile strength of 2,800 pounds. Number 2, you are notified by a home mover that they will be moving a home into one of our parks at 9 a.m. 2 days from now. Who should be notified and what potential information issues should you address? First, I would want to check the schedule to make sure that this mover is on the schedule, and that way the director of Infill would know as well. Because if they aren't aware, then I would definitely want to make the director of Infill aware that this move is happening, and then also contact the property manager that is on site. And then once they're there, make sure that they have the site ready and all required documents that if the mover does need to sign anything. And once the move is authorized, and I confirm that it is authorized, I will find out if they're get contractors in place to be able to prepare the setup. That way when the home does arrive, that they're ready to go to get the home placed on blocks, leveled, remove the tires, and also skirt the home. And then after everything's completed, I will double check when utilities are scheduled to be set up to include the water, gas, and electricity. And then once everything is complete, I would notify the marketing and sales infill manager, and that way they can start working on getting a new homeowner in this home. Number 3, ODC purchases a park with heavy infill needs. Describe the general steps you would take to get vacant lots ready for homes to move in. Now, I would want to check that there is accessibility for these trucks that haul mobile homes into the park, and that way they're not going to have any issues getting to the sites. Then I would want to make sure that each site is individually cleared. There's no obstructions or debris where the home is to be placed. And then if grading is required, that would be the next step to ensure proper drainage. Water can cause a lot of damage on mobile homes. And then after grading would be to prepare the soil for a foundation. And then also something to consider would be portable toilets, dumpsters, and parking, any additional parking for the workers that will be on site. The next step is prepare the foundation. Once the foundation is ready to go, that'll be laid per local codes and ordinances that must be followed. Foundations can either be a poured slab, block and footing, or piers and beams, which are both temporary. And then once the foundation is complete, the vacant lot is ready, and the new home can be placed. Number 4, a tenant abandons a home and relinquishes ownership to the park. What factors would you consider when determining if it should be renovated, demolished, or sold as is? Factors to consider when choosing a suitable option for a home would be to use the cost-benefit analysis. If the home is older, full of trash or personal items that would need to be thrown out, would just need to be mindful of the cost to do so, potentially renting a dumpster. And then once that is ready, then it would need to prepare some estimates by contractors to determine how much it would cost to renovate the home. And then if the cleaning and renovation is substantial, it may be just a better idea to demolish the home and bring in a new one. Or if there is upside potential and the home is already cleaned out and the renovation is minor, it could potentially be sold as is and let the new owner fix it up. Number 5, you connect with a contractor who provides an estimate for completing concrete foundation work at a park. They are advised the homes will be moving in 3 months from now. You hear little from the contractor, but when you are able to get a hold of them, they assure you the work will get done. 2 months later, the on-site park manager advises no work has started. How do you handle the situation, and what steps should you take during initial conversations and negotiations to confirm the project will be completed on time? In this scenario, if I do only have 1 month to get the concrete foundation work completed, I would immediately start searching for a new contractor that would have immediate availability, because because of this original contractor just seems unreliable. If I'm unable to find a contractor, however, I would start making phone calls and asking for referrals to find someone. And then lastly, if everyone is completely booked, I'd explain the situation to the initial contractor and hope that they can get the work started. During the initial conversations and negotiations, I would try to incentivize the contractor, if I am allowed, that if they are able to get the work done in a certain amount of time, potentially be able to compensate them additional percentage for a quick turnaround. I would also not solely rely on one contractor. Definitely want to get multiple estimates from different contractors and then check on availability of each one, so that way there is not a last minute scramble. Number 6, with the shortage of qualified contractors, how would you go about locating and building relationships with contractors when ODC purchases a park in a new market? I would want to make contact with local property managers and also real estate agents and ask them for referrals for contractors that they know and trust. Once I'm able to locate a dozen or so contractors, I would contact each one individually, letting them know my company will be needing work done in the coming months, and it will be a constant flow of work, and I would definitely need someone that I can depend on. To build the relationships, I would just want to ask questions and find out more about each individual on a personal level, ask about how long they've been in contracting, what they enjoy about it, and things like that. I'd also want to ask each contractor what kind of work they prefer, what they're licensed to work on, and then also find out what they don't work on or don't like to work on, because that would definitely impact the final product. Number 7, you agree to purchase materials for a contractor using the company's Home Depot Pro Extra account. The contractor submits a virtual shopping cart for you to purchase. You notice the cart includes a work light, impact drill, and sawzall blades. What, if anything, would you do? I would let the contractor know that I saw these items in the virtual cart. I'd let him know that I don't have the authority to approve the purchase of tools due to company policy, and then let the contractor know that I'm only able to purchase materials. If possible, in the virtual shopping cart, I would just delete those items real quick, purchase the materials, and that way the contractor at least has those to get the work done. Number 8, a contractor who has been approved to complete a renovation requests payment for work completed. How will you verify the completed work prior to approving payment? I would try to schedule a Zoom call or FaceTime meeting with someone on site. In particular, the contractor I feel like would be the best option, but if not, the on-site park manager. And that way they can walk me through, show me the work that was done and completed, and then while they're walking through, ask detailed questions that I know of the work that should have been done, and make sure everything was done correctly and to the extent that we expect. Number 9, it is February 6th, and ODC Homes purchases a home in Shelby Township, Michigan. You contact our mover in Michigan to arrange for the house to be moved. The mover advises they are very busy, but they will get to it as soon as they can. They advise it may be a month. What, if anything, would you do? Now, I would definitely contact I would first check to see where the home is being transferred to and when the lot will be available to accommodate the new home. If the lot is available immediately, and I'd contact the director of Infill and just double check with the director of Infill to see how soon that the transfer needs to occur. If it needs to be done as soon as possible, I would try to reach out to other local movers to find availability and pricing, and that way we can get this home transferred in the shortest amount of time. Number 10, you are asked to do a virtual walkthrough of a home we are considering purchasing. What types of things we'll be looking for that are common issues specific to mobile homes? The most problematic issues that can cause significant damage are leaks. Leaks usually come from the roof being damaged or old, and can cause damage to walls, floors, the truss members in the ceiling, and the ceiling itself. If the ceiling has acoustic tiles, that they can easily be lifted up to inspect underneath for any wood rot or water stains. Leaks are also common at window seals and should be inspected inside and out for any damage. I would also inspect the plumbing for any leaks because to include the supply lines, drains, sinks, toilets, and bathtubs. The older plumbing that was used in mobile homes, the polybutylene, actually degrades from the inside out and then bursts once it defaults. Another specific issue of mobile homes is that when the windows and doors don't open and shut correctly, this could be due to an alignment issue and would possibly just need re-leveling. And then could also possibly be the foundation. And then I would also inspect the foundation just to make sure there aren't any settling issues. And if the home is on a concrete slab, to make sure that the tie-down straps are tight and secure. I would want to inspect the electrical panel, HVAC unit, and check for insulation damage. One thing to be aware of, if the homeowner does put in window AC units, that could be a sign that the HVAC unit isn't operating correctly in the summertime. And then lastly, I would just want to double check there's no missing skirting. Animals and moisture can get out of their home, and then that can also cause significant damage. So that is it for all the 10 questions. I definitely appreciate your time and look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.